Right, should be coming live. Hello there, viewers. Yeah, hello there, viewers. Silent Service here, back with part 5 to the Building Ships with Brother Monro stuff. And what you were just seeing me here is doing the bit I should have been doing to at least the first of the American ships I did, battleship-wise. And but the first starting of this episode is going to be building ships of the Americans. So first off, I'm going to give them Battleship 1 hull because I much prefer using the C over Battleship 2. Cage Mast Gang, rejoice. I'm using cage masts. Even if it's only going to be probably briefly, because... Now, 12-inch guns... is what we're going to use, and then as we're American... It's already stated in the rulebook that our secondary guns must be 5-inch 38 caliber guns. And if they're not 5-inch 38 caliber, then I'm sorry, they're not actually American secondary guns. And then also in the rulebook is every other gun must be 50 caliber. Because Americans love their 50 cals. Winston's 1, enhanced, advanced hydraulics because... You know what, seeing as this is already explosive to Pickrick and Ballastite, electrical. And then Krupp 1, Barbette 2, Anti-Torp 1, Double Bottom, Citadel 2, Anti-Flooding 2, Bulkhead Reinforcement, Naturally drafted boilers is okay. Okay, what's this hull's top speed? 18 knots. So 18 knots. Fine. Crew quarters to standard. And then armor belt 12. 4. 3. 1.5s. 2, 6, 2, 1. No! Fucking hell. This game is just... Right, let me just get everything back. Cage Mast Gang, I'm sorry, but you lost your chance of a cage mast when I lost that design. So Cage Mast Gang, if you were jumping joy, then you can now spam the "I hate you now, you didn't put a cage mast on the ship" comment. Right. Engines, induced. That down to 50s. I will do the 5s after sorting everything out here again. Advanced hydraulics. I'll just keep it at advanced hydraulics and not make it as explosive as oh god, I need some as explosive as potassium. Or I think that's the element that's elemental metal that's quite explosive. You can tell it's been a long time since I needed to use that knowledge. It's scary that it's been over a year since I last acquired that knowledge. God, it's scary. It's been over a year since I was a GCSE student. And now I've gone through a music course. I've joined and then did an EP with, got uncredited, and then left a band. Okay, yeah, quite a lot has happened in just a very short time. Right, 5" 38s. That is 12 to 9, as that is sort of like a standard thing I do with these ships. And Dreamer Californication. No, this isn't going to be known as California. This is going to be known as SIL. Right, gotta put my name on it, and then this is going to be known as the trying to think of something American to name it. USA. Why not? The Battleship USA. I know someone's probably also going to have taken that name, so sorry if I've used it and you've already used it, but who cares? Okay, Cage Mast gang, you are given a second chance to get a Cage Mast ship this video. Now, as this is me we are talking about, I love doing my heavy cruisers as of recent with 9" guns. That's been a thing I've done since I think it was the Mad Eye Moody's from the US campaign before I started Rule the Waves stuff. Like pretty much before I got completely pissed off with this game and took a break from it. Which, I will probably do a series on my return to this, well, again return to campaign stuff, because obviously I had the American campaign which got save wiped and reminded me of why I left UAD in the first place. Right, 5" 38s, 9" 50 cals, because we're American. It's 50 cal or nothing. 60 cal or nothing on any gun but the 5". The 5", yeah, that thing gets a pass on the having to be 50 cal, instead has to be 38 caliber. Right. So, equipment-wise, we're all set. Well, as in, like, almost on armor. This isn't going to be crazy like the Mad Admiral's designs, with the main deck being lower than the fore and aft decks. 9 to 9 8. Okay. 9 6 9 with turret armor. Why not? Yeah, only anti-flood 2's available in this year. Standard ratio of soft capped, Pickrick, ballastite, electrical. Right, what's this thing's speed? 21.5. I say 23. I say 23 knots, and we then induce the boilers to get it in the 23. Maryland will stay the name of this thing. Why not? Just got to watermark it with silent on it. Now, I will be naming a battleship here if somewhere in the American line, Admiral Dominatos, because we have a tradition to uphold of naming a battleship Admiral Dominatus. Cage Mask Gang, I'm sorry, but you're not getting your Cage Mask this ship. And for those who are asking, oh, why do you name a ship Artero Dominatos? Well, I'm a massive Sabaton fan. Any more questions? Right, the 3-inch, definitely know they're not going to be able to get to, the 3.1 inch, I definitely know they're not going to be able to get up to 50s. So, as they're not able to get up to 50s, I'll just put them as close to 50 caliber as I can, and then move on to, the main guns, which are in the form of 2 single 6-inch attempt to get to 50s, 6-inch 45 caliber guns because we can't get 50s, and then secondaries are 3.1 inch because it's it's me we're talking about here. And then 6.1 inch. Now, I'm going to follow my tradition as well of being kind to Monro and not giving him any mines to worry about. Which means that he can put more room on his destroyers for things like torpedoes and, dare I say, protection. Electrical, citadel, standard, reinforcement. Right, what's this hull's top speed? 20.5. I'm gonna push it further than it should feasibly go, because this thing needs to be quicker than our other vessels. Our armor cruisers. Citadel 1, anti-flood 1, single bottom hull. The Krupp one is actually working to our advantage here. I know this isn't going to help offsets, but it is going to help weight somehow, because I'm going to have to break my own rules for the American ships here, but I'm going to fight tooth and nail to get this. To work. Now I'm going to get rid of those two casemates there because of reasons. Oh hey Monro, you would get an easy ship to go up against if you ever watched these videos. Right, it was there we had the port weight offset. Put those to 2-inch, it still doesn't help as much. Moving the guns doesn't help as much. Rid of those as they're just going to be ineffective anyway. That's done it. Well done, everyone. Right, the Pasadena 1994. Pasadena 1994, last fight of a hero sent to war. Pasadena 1994, for the glory. Sorry. If you're wondering, I named the ship after a Nana War of Steel song. Which I found out about the song because they got Yurkin from Sabaton to sing on it. I think I've mentioned the song before when I found the light cruiser Pasadena in my American campaign, and just then was like, okay, I'm gonna just do the joke and name it Pasadena 1994. Okay, so unfortunately you cannot fit torpedoes on barbettes. Fortunately, you can fit side torpedoes, even if one set of them needs to be replaced. No forward aft, 0.5 on the decks, no forward aft, no conning tower, no superstructure, no nothing to protect the aristocrats or the peasants. Well, actually, what admiral would be on this thing anyway? This thing is just filled with peasants, so yeah, they don't get much armor. 31 knots is going to be the speed on this thing. Weight reduction. Right, no mines, no mine sweeping. This is all good, all good, all good. Okay, so 1905, and we've already done the Dreadnought. I did that off camera, if I remember correctly. So, next up is new semi-armored cruiser. It's pretty much about it, really. Yeah, new semi-armored cruiser, 25 knots, so it's going to be better than the previous one. This is also going to not have a cage mast. Cage mast gang, boo and hiss in the comments. All you want, you're not going to change the facts. And then main turrets is going to be covered by 6-inch. This is going to be a lot better ship than the Pasadena 1994 will ever be. Unless the AI grows a brain and knows how to refit the ship to be a lot better, but I don't think they'd very easily be able to refit the Pasadena 1994. Okay, 6-inch 46 is close enough to 50 cal. Close enough to 50 cal that I'll allow it. Wait, conning tower? No! No, who cares about conning tower in this navy? Who cares about conning tower? Oh wait, no, we're not the Japanese. We're not the Japanese, conning tower. For that statement, I will direct you to some of the previous videos where we made Japanese ships. Mainly Avocado did. Like Kaiju. That would be a great example of we're not the Japanese Navy. For those of you wondering, Kaiju is the super battleship of the Imperial Japanese Navy that I built. Well, I say I built, I only just placed the parts in the way that Avocado wanted. That is the only way I actually built the Kaiju. Avocado did all the hard work on Kaiju and or was it technically me who did the hard work because I had to place everything in a way that would actually work? I don't know, but anyway, we're all good, we're all ready. Yeah, it has to be induced. SILENT. Done. No. I just realised something horrible. I've saved over my own battleship! I'm an incompetent fool. I'm an incompetent fool. We're going to have to rebuild a Dreadnought. Well done. Well done, everyone. You get to see me do a Dreadnought again. Well, you get to see me do a Dreadnought a little earlier than when I should have actually been doing a Dreadnought, which was in 1910. Well, no, I've already did the Dreadnought stuff. I've come back to do the lighter ships. That's all. Krupp 2, barbette 3, anti-torpedo 2, double bottom, anti-flood 2, I think this thing will take up Artero Dominatus. But I don't know actually, but would be true to what the original Artero Dominatus was, hull-wise at least. Although I don't know. I don't know if this ship deserves the Artero Dominatus name or not. For all I could say this thing is not a worthy Artero Dominatus. It is, but well, mostly is, but so I had that and ballast iron as my choices. Electro-hydraulic turrets. Coincidence rangefinder, as this is not crazy long ranges yet that we need the coincidence. Main deck same as fore and aft there. Then 1.5, 1.5. You know what? 4.5 inch deck. Yep, this is pro to all or nothing, and it's slow as slow as hell. We're overweight and I haven't even gotten in the bloody casemates yet. Let alone the actual secondary guns on this ship. And then I know I had a couple of 2 inches up here to help offset the previous ship. I think having that twin turret there actually allows me to get rid of those 2 casemates there, and we're still a little overweight. We're overweight, and I don't want to do much to stop it now because we've got everything as best as we can. Oh god, no. That was horrible to try and do something to the tune of Out of Touch's chorus. There we go. Now I just need to get up, I just need to get up the name. Because the amount of times I've used Artero Dominatus and I still don't know how to spell Artero Dominatus. And then copy the design, so if it does find that the name is too long, which it didn't, so yeah, I already got my light cruiser. I'm not doing an armoured cruiser for this era, so up to 1910 we go, where I've already done the battleships in 1910, if I have memory that serves me correctly. Which I hope I do. Yeah, I've already got Dakota, I've got Montana as well, which Montana is Montana is essentially Utah. Dakota is essentially a more fleshed out ship. California, that was not being submitted. Salem, I will submit, so I just need to put S-I-L-E-N-T in front of that in front of the Salem name, save it, and then get rid of the original Salem, the Thatcher class, S-I-L-E-N-T, and then get rid of the duplicate Thatcher. North Carolina, I will send over as the Carolina. As the Carolina class. And then these guys I will send over as that name as well. And then California as well goes goodbye. And then we move on 5 years. To Nebraska, which I've already did in a previous thing, so leave that be. Colorado, I don't even remember what the hell I did with that thing, why that's even a thing. So here we need a battle cruiser and a scout cruiser 1, and a destroyer. Now, I'll do it like that, and then if I don't like it, I can just get rid of it. I'll reserve the right to get rid of it. Hey, avocado. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I wasn't able to re-access the family account, but I was able to re-access the games on the family account, and UAD's one of those games that the saves pass through the account, so that's why I'm able to do this, despite not having access to the family account like I mentioned. Standard, and then the guns being used are going to be 14-inch. Now, I know this is an American thing to do, so I'm going to do that, and then why not have 5 and 6 just be there, but oh god, this is gonna cause a little bit of laughter towards the class of ship here. And that's made that turret redundant, though. Hold on a second. You are not making me get rid of this setup so easily, game. Oh ho ho, no you're not. Right. That there, and then those guys that... Yep. We've got the ship alright. We got the ship, Avocado. We've got it. We have got the, This isn't going to be the Nebraska, because we've already got the Nebraska name, but... Oh my god, this design is just... Eek, I've just realised something. We haven't even gotten funnels yet. Let alone towers that's allowing this to properly fit. You shit. Okay, I may have to re-evaluate the idea a little bit, but, I hear re-evaluation is, going well, hopefully. No! No, my glorious design I originally had. Is downed because there's not enough room for funnels. Damn you, UAD! Damn you, UAD, why couldn't we just fit a smokestack in these cage masts? It would be a more efficient use of the space than as a cage mast. It's a bloody cage mast. You know what? This is going to be an even weirder looking ship now, but... Fudge it, we need a funnel. We need a funnel in here to get this thing to even move. Oh my god, this thing is just going to be fun. Hold on a second, I better get this thing a name quickly. I am thinking of a name, but I know that that name's going to be too long with the addition of my, by having to do the silent prefix. I was just thinking for jokes of making this thing unpronounceable, calling it the Johan van Olden Arnevelt. For those of you who don't know, I'm naming it after the ocean liner Johan van Olden Arnevelt, which I don't know. I could try the Johan van Olden Arnevelt as the name. Yeah, why not the Johan van Olden Arnevelt? The latest and greatest in American battlecruiser design. Ah, Johan van Arnevelt was a Dutch soldier and statesman. I'm going to use the excuse of New York was a Dutch colony originally to the fact of why we're naming this after a Dutch thing. Other than, of course, the name is hilarious. Johan van Arnevelt. Seeing as no one else is going to use the name, I'm just going to forego the silent pretext on the name. I'm just going to go with Johan van Arnevelt because it's not... Who else in their right state of mind would name a ship Johan van Arnevelt? Now, I better get this done before 1/4 because Monro's ending his stream at 1/4 and he might raid me, I don't know. He usually does raid people when Oh, come on. Secondary tower. Do we have a cage master that'll fit? We have a cage master that fits. Well done, everyone. The Johan van Arnevelt is ready to go. Avocado. This ship is just cursed. Like, can you quickly come and have a look at the ship? Like, no. Straight onwards like that. Like, I just want to see your reaction to this thing, Avocado. Johan van Arnevelt. And, it's long name as well there. Oh, we've got another viewer here. Welcome to the stream and the Johan van Arnevelt. I know! It's gonna be perfect against Monro! Oh yeah, I forgot something important. There! Oh, no, they can't be 5-inch 43s, they've got to be 5-inch 38s. There we go. There we go, I've given the Johan van Arnevelt some anti-destroyer protection. Now, what I hope this thing's fate becomes is that it gets sunk by extreme fire because the ship in which I've named this after, the ocean liner Johan van Arnevelt, became the cruise ship Laconia, which then caught fire and sank. So it would be quite fitting that the actual Johan van Arnevelt sank to fire, and that this thing should also sink to fire. Right. Enough stalling on Johan van Arnevelt. We're done with her. I'm going to copy the design, and if the name's too long, it will tell me... Okay, Johan van Arnevelt as a name is okay. That is great news to hear, and now we build a light cruiser. Now we build a light cruiser. Right, rear tower in place. And then as well, because Second Amendment and everything, we've got to have as many guns as possible on this thing. that should be enough. And let's get the things to actually make the thing move in place as well. Little Rock? This seems an okay enough name for her. No. This thing is S-I-L-E-N-T, and then the name of the ship will be the USS Blank. Don't blink. Blink and you're dead. Or something like that from the Doctor Who thing. I don't remember that. I don't remember that scene much, but it's like pretty much the only Doctor Who episode I remember of watching. I know I used to watch it in the past during the Tennant stuff, but that's the only one I remember because I had an English teacher back in the good old days of before I had to take death traps into the nearest city every day. And he set up an entire sort of 2 weeks block of lessons on that one Doctor Who episode. And it was fun. I'll tell you that, it was fun. Okay. Oh yeah, and standard crew quarters, because I'm not an idiot to my crews at times. 30 knots. A speed. Okay, 31. You drive a hard bargain game. 31 knots. USS Blink is complete. Oh god, Colorado's come up. Sign that's just stuck there. Right, so now 1920 we've only covered the Battle Cruiser with the Veinticinco de Mayo, which great ship. Great ship. I actually think we should test some of our ships in battle. Because only, honestly, on camera, I've only tested the Victor Belenko. And that is, quite scary, actually. Considering the fact that we built ships that on paper should be better than her. I did off-camera try her against Oblivion. I'll just say this. Oblivion had the tendency to do what every British battlecruiser has done at Jutland. Well, almost every at Jutland did. It has a tendency to go, I don't want to be a part of life anymore. Kaboom! I'm not doing something using that hull, nor am I doing something using that hull. I'm going to try and use this hull, but I want it at a larger length than what you've given me. Avocado, I've probably done a sin. I've made an American ship that isn't fat. Yeah, let's just get out of this and just quickly do, Kaiju versus Belenko. Now, I'll set both ships to AI control, so then, it's all fair. Custom battle. Only one battleship on each side, and then 1940. It's already set the enemy side up. Soviet Union. Always. Design ship. And then Kaiju should come up, because I selected always, and Kaiju's the only one we got. So, here's the Victor Belenko, and Kaiju shall appear shortly. Why did you have to show us pictures of the Black Gang? Stokers before anyone is like, why am I protesting? It's Stokers, not anything to do with race. That was what Stokers were referred to as back in the days of coal, and continued on even into the oil time. Because normally with how long they would work down in the engine rooms, the boilers and shoveling coal for long voyages and stuff, they would all be covered in black soot. That's where the nickname came from. It's nothing, nothing that would have people trying to cancel me. Oh god, loading screen. Avocado, I think the game is having a disagreement with having Kaiju be loaded. Or Belenko, actually, because it's still just trying to load Belenko. Yeah, it's chosen Kaiju! Good news, Avocado. Your design gets to go against the Belenko, and we'll see who has the superior design. Itch. Me or you? Oh. Here's the thing, Avocado. Belenko needed less sacrifice than Kaiju. Well, just remember that, okay? Belenko required less sacrificing of stuff. Yeah, she did require sacrifices. She has a, I believe, 17-inch instead of a 20-inch belt, but... Oh, for God's sakes, Game crashed. Game crashed. This is embarrassing. Game crashed. Don't worry, game's reloading. Monroe's still alive. Right. Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts is loading. Hold on a second, Avocado! I forgot the most important thing to do. Okay, how in tune is, one of these instruments? Is it in tune enough? Is it in tune enough? Is it in tune enough? In tune enough. Right. Good enough. Yeah. That's a requirement of whenever the game crashes that must be done. If it's not done, then yeah, something has gone horribly wrong. So this end we're having Belenko, and then this end we're having the Kaiju. Always design ship, use Belenko, and Kaiju will be the one that has to be picked out from the shared designs by the AI. Considering the fact that Kaiju's the only choice the AI has gotten. And then the winner of this round will then go up against the American. No, next up will be going against Oblivion. Then the winner of that one will then go up against the American design, and the winner of that one will then go up against the Chinese design. What other nations did I actually build decent? Okay, Belenko goes to AI control, so then Avocado cannot claim that I have been setting it up that Belenko would win. Don't worry, Avocado. We are doing nicely with Kaiju and Belenko. They've gotten some hits against each other already. Belenko's getting more hits but less damaging because Belenko's secondaries are Belenko's secondaries are just setting fires everywhere on Kaiju. Meanwhile, Kaiju is trying to ring up speed so then she can run away or something. Belenko is also bringing up all 24 knots of her speed. Okay, so Belenko has now caused more damage. Yes, usually it's Belenko that's stern first. I'm just thinking, it's close to the time when Monro would end his stream. I'm wondering if he was going to raid this time round. Right. Nope. Kaiju's guns fire, Belenko's guns are still halfway in reloading. Oh, Kaiju sent more Daka towards well, no, it's Belenko that's actually sending out the Daka. There goes the 20s. They look good. Oh, and Victor Belenko has just taken a massive beating to a portside weaponry from 20-inch shells. How does Belenko respond? Well, with less of them. It's not even firing. Like, you know what, I'm just gonna set aggressive, and that's the only player-assisted thing that Belenko is getting. Oh, and Kaiju's the one that's taken a flooding hit. Kaiju is now flooding. The Mad Admiral is now quaking in fear because his guns weren't able to set any flooding hits on Belenko, yet Belenko has set a flooding hit to him. Oh, and more shellfire from Kaiju. Seems that Kaiju has a quicker gun reload time than the Belenko, and yet Kaiju has the more guns more barrels per gun. Oh, and would you look at that? Another accurate salvo, another accurate shell hits Belenko and causes the first bit of flooding damage towards the Belenko. Belenko, meanwhile, is still setting fires. And has... evened out the playing field in terms of actual damage, but Kaiju is still winning. Turn off Void. Meanwhile, Kaiju's 8-inch battery is still opening up. We now go to Mad Admiral Avocado in Twitch chat to ask of his opinion on how the battle is currently going. We've been told by his agent to wait a moment as he didn't expect to be asked for a comment on this battle so far. Meanwhile, the Victor Belenko has stemmed her flooding at only 97% floatability damage. Well, Kaiju, we can at least see on the noticeable bar side of things that her flooding is not good. And another salvo from the Belenko has hit and caused massive damage towards the Kaiju. Oh, but what's this? Kaiju's reloaded her special move. Whole bunch of 20-inch guns at once. And only partially damaged the main tower on the Victor Belenko. Mad Admiral Avocado has finally replied to our request for a comment. Needs more speed. Yes, probably does. Oh god. AI, you're not slowing this thing down. Oh, actually, looking at the statistics, it's actually the Victor Belenko that is winning by 1.2k's worth of damage. Meanwhile, Kaiju has gotten a partial penetration into her after belt. Which should really be, considering the shells, an overpen, but... Oh, and she had an overpen on a secondary gun. It is now official, everyone. The Victor Belenko is winning. The Victor Belenko is winning, and Admiral Silent has this to comment. This isn't the result I expected, but if the Belenko's gonna win, then the Belenko is gonna win. And it will prove I'm better than the Mad Admiral. Oh, that's more 20s from the, Yep, that's more 20s from the Belenko, and more 20s from Kaiju. And Kaiju has more flooding damage. It is still official, everyone, that Kaiju is losing. Even if it's only slightly losing, she's still losing. which isn't the result I expected. Again, I shall emphasize that. Not the scenario I expected from this. Oh, Kaiju has taken another massive hit, and her rudder room is now flooding from the looks of it. Oh, and Kaiju's gunners are missing every single one of their shots now. Oh, and the Mad Admiral has been injured out of action. Okay, I'll less aggressive it. There. Oh, and Kaiju has just dealt a massive blow to the Belenko, winning the battle! And proving Admiral Silent wrong. Right, it was going in Belenko's favour. Right up until that final salvo. And just that final salvo from Kaiju just blew Belenko out the water. Oh my god. And that's it, folks. Round 1 of the Battleships Monro Death League. Next up, Kaiju versus Oblivion. Now, the Mad Admiral has been asked to comment on what he thinks of the resultant of the battle. Despite obviously Artemis' hospital bed, considering the fact he got injured when the conning tower was ravagely destroyed. But savagely destroyed by a shell, which was expected considering the fact Kaiju only has paper in the placement where the conning tower should be. Okay, so Kaiju versus Oblivion. So again, only player assisted thing is going to be setting to aggressive if needs must. Yes. Which left Victor Belenko in last place. Well, we don't know yet, actually. Well, currently in the league, even in my own testing, it's actually Oblivion and Belenko are tied with 2 losses each. So, yeah. If Oblivion loses this, then, Oblivion would be in last place. If it wins this, Belenko would... Well, it would be tied with Belenko still, because Belenko has 1 win, 1 loss. 1 win, 1 loss. Oblivion would have 1 win, 1 loss if it wins against Kaiju, and, actually, everyone would be tied, because Kaiju would have 1 win, 1 loss. Refight. Nah, save that for a more professional video. This is only just to, give some sort of action for viewers to watch. I will do a separate video. I'll do a separate stream once we've built all the ships. Just going through each individual year and having the ships, selected ships from each nation go against each other. Okay, so, Tea and Biscuits has got its rudder, well, Oblivion, I mean. Tea and Biscuits is another British battleship. This is unexpected. Oh! And Kaiju wins again because Oblivion did the typical British ship thing. Although Kaiju did have very close call herself. Fleet battle. Okay. Just battleships and battlecruisers only. Design the ships. Because I did do a Japanese battlecruiser, so we're fine on that front. This should have been building ships, yet this is... Right, and then the battlecruiser involvement on my side is the Totoro. Right, let's go. Totoro, reintroducing old, outdated turret placements. So one side has more battleships, one side has more battle cruisers. Let's see which side does the best. Oh yeah, it's also bringing in the Silent class battle cruisers. God, I love the Silent class. Okay, so everyone is set to AI control. Oh, and avoid will be turned off because this is a massive fleet and avoiding each other will probably not do well. Right, so that's some member of the Oblivion class, also some other members of the Oblivion class, and then the Silent class. You wanted a fleet battle? Here's a fleet battle, Avocado. The Admiral Silent is pretty much a... if Agincourt was 16-inch gunned. Oh god, and the Silence goes straight into one of the Oblivions. This is awesome. There's the Senyo, battle cruisers, and then there's the Kaijus. We will not take this anymore. These words will never be ignored. You want a battle, here's a war. Oh, there goes the Totoro. Not surprising. Then another one of the British vessels is gonna go. I'm most definitely predicting that one of the British vessels are gonna go. Oh no, Senyo's gone now. Okay, so if this is proving that battleships better than battle cruisers. Battlecruiser Tate is gone. Karami is gone, and Naka is gone. Oh, we still have 2 battlecruisers. Still have the Nishin and the Hiei. And then we obviously still have the 2 Kaijus. Did I say we still had Hiei? We now only still have the Nishin. Yeah. Oh, and then my fleet are now just splitting. Okay, there goes the Nishin. The Nishin is no more. Avocado, remember, you asked for a fleet battle, and, I delivered. And, yeah, it seems that your kaijus aren't doing so good now. Even with the support. Even with child support from the battle cruisers. Is it going well? Oh god, only the kaiju remains! Mad Admiral, do you want the kaiju to pull back? Dreadnoughts, don't do this. We're having a problem. Okay, Japan will fight. Fight to the end. Oh, the conning tower is hit. Yeah, conning tower's been destroyed. Meanwhile, from my flagship, the battlecruiser Silent, I am just laughing maniacally. I'm just doing a maniacal laugh. As Kaiju goes down and I have my revenge for the Belenko sinking. So the worst you did was, medium damage to Oblivion. Oh, the Totoro, though, took the worst beating of all the Japanese vessels. And I believe that's a great place to end this. Don't you think, Avocado? With that, the British reign supreme, and that Japan will become tea-drinking colony members of the British Empire by the end of the year. Right. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this quick thing. Hope to see you again for more stuff. Silent Server's going silent.